Good morning student. Today we start our fourth part of chapter control and coordination. In last lecture we described there about control and coordination in plant at the topic of nastic movement. I hope you all very know about nastic movement. Here we take a quick revision about nastic movement. So what is nastic movement? The movement of a plant part in response to an external stimulus in which the direction of response is not determined the direction of stimulus is called nastic movement. Means the main difference between nastic and tropic movement is that tropic movement is a directional movement of a plant part, but nastic movement is not a directional movement of a plant part with respect to the stimulus. Here in nastic movement we describe two type of nastic movement. First one is thigmonasty, where thigmo means touch and nasty means movement. Means this thigmonasty is a non-directional movement of a plant part in response to touch of an object is called thigmonasty. Okay. For an example, nastic movement in plant caused by touch is provided by the sensitive plant Mimosa pudica, which is also known as touch me not plant, and it in Hindi it is also called chuimui in Hindi. Okay. So if we touch the leaves of this sensitive plant with our finger, then its leaves fold up and drop almost immediately. So the folding up of the leaves of sensitive plant on touching is an example of nastic movement in plant, because in touch there is only movement but nothing, any type of growth is over there. Okay, so it is non-directional. So in this we also describe their pad-like structure. In sensitive plant means in touch me not plant, pad-like swelling is called pulvini. It's pulvini, pulvini at the base of each leaf, where pulvini contain a lot of water in their cells, and due to the internal water pressure in them, means in turgor position, all the pulvini are very firm and hold the leaves about them upright. So the folding up of leaves of a sensitive plant on touching due to the sudden loss of water from pad-like swelling, that we call pulvini, present at the base of the leaf of sensitive plant, means which make the pulvini lose their firmness, causing the leaf to drop and fall. Okay, so the plant is all the plant hormone makes the water migrate from the cell of one half of the pulvinis to the intercellular space in the another half of pulvini. Means the loss of water from half of pulvini causes the pulvinis to lose its firmness, making the leaf to fold it. Now the second one we told in nastic movement is photonasty, where the non-directional movement of a plant part in response to light is called photonasty. And the opening and closing of flower in response to light or photonasty are the growth movement. Okay, so petal open when their inner surface grow more than their outer surfaces, and other hand if petal close when their outer surface grow more than their inner surfaces. This is all about your photonasty. Okay, or we also describe their function of plant hormone, just like we said that flowering in plant, ripening of fruit, movement of stomata, growth of stem, roots and leaves, and germination of seeds. This all function in plant is because of their plant hormone. So in last lecture we described there about the plant. Now we have to be describe about the control and coordination in animal. As you see in your screen, there is a picture of hydra. It is a nervous system of hydra, and there is also, you also see that there is network of nerve cells throughout the body of hydra. We call that nerve cell. So in multicellular animal have specialist cells called nerve cells. We call it neurons. Okay, so neurons to respond to stimuli and coordinate their activity, means a system made up of nerve cells is called nervous system. Okay, so nervous system is a simple multicellular, means nervous system is made by a neuron, they make neuron. So the coordination in simple multicellular animal take place through nervous system only. You see in a hydra is a simple multicellular animal. So the nervous system of hydra consists of network of nerves, and these nerve cells are joined to one another and spread throughout its body. So the control and coordination in higher animal called vertebrates like us, including human being, take place through nervous system, as well as hormone system is called endocrine system. This means the control and coordination in animal is take place by the nervous system and their endocrine system. Okay, but all of this is happening when we have a sense organ, because as we know there is five sense organ in our body: eyes, ear, nose, tongue and skin. So we means we receive information from the environment through these are sense organ. So these sense organ contain receptors. Okay, these sense organ contain receptors, and a receptor is a cell in a sense organ which is sensitive to a particular type of stimuli, which is or a particular type of change in the environment, such as light, sound, smell, taste, heat, pressure. Or these contain receptor for detecting different stimulus, like eyes. Like as you see in your screen, the eye have light receptor which detect the light. Ear have sound receptor which detect the sound. Nose has smell receptor which can detect smell, and tongue has taste receptor which can detect taste. Means where skin has receptor for detecting touch, pressure, heat and pain, the common type of receptor also have special names such as photoreceptor, phonoreceptor, olfactory receptor, gustatory receptor and thermoreceptor. Photoreceptor means eyes, phonoreceptor means ear, olfactory receptors means nose which detect the smell, gustatory receptor means detect the taste means tongue, and thermoreceptor detect heat or cold means they are present in our skin. So all the receptors in the sense organ receive stimuli from the surrounding environment and send the message conveyed by them to spinal cord and brain in the form of electrical impulses through the sensory nerves. Means another type of nerves called motor nerves which is present in our brain, and sensory nerve which are present in our spinal cord, and between them message is transferred as the form of electrical impulses. So an effector is a part of the body which can respond to a stimulus according to the instruction and sent from the nervous system like spinal cord and brain. So the effectors are mainly the muscle and gland of our body. All our muscle and gland respond to electrical impulses sent from the nervous system through motor nerves. So the main thing is there, control and coordination in human is done by only of two systems. First one is nervous system and second one is endocrine system. The other name of endocrine system is hormonal system. Means in human being, nervous system and endocrine system work together to control and coordinate all our activities such as physical action and emotional behavior. Both the system of coordination, nervous system and endocrine system consist of number of working together in a systematic way. So if we have to be explained control and coordination in animal, First of all, we have to be know all about human nervous system. As we earlier said that plant also do control and coordination, but they do not have nervous system, but they do not have brain. But in human being, the control and coordination is done by nervous system and endocrine system. So if you talk about human nervous system, so the function of nervous system is to coordinate the activity of our body. It is control system for all actions like thinking and behavior. So the nervous system help all other system of our body to work together. So the nervous system is like a manager inside our body. Its job profile is to control and coordinate the part of our body so that they work together doing their job at the right time. Okay. So nervous system also coordinate things we don't have to be think about like heartbeat, like breathing. We never have to be remember about in which time we get heartbeat, in which time we have to be get breathe. These things are happen involved in our action. So the human nervous system receive information from the surrounding processes and it interpret it and then is respond accordingly. So the nervous system is also passes information from one internal system to another. Okay. Just example, just we put food in our mouth, it immediately causes a release of saliva from the salivary gland. That one is also because of nervous system. So here we go, it is our nervous system. So the unit of nervous system is neuron. This is a picture of neuron. I think you all seen that very carefully. Okay. It is very important because all things, all function our body is controlled because of your neuron, because all human have a basic need to control and coordinate all the movement occurring in them. So one of the most requirement of controlling all the fact of the body is a system of rapid communication. All the cells, tissue and organ do not work independently, they work together as one team. For example, like during the process of ingestion, the eyes locate food, nose register smell, hands pick up the food, mouth open to eat, and teeth chew it, saliva masticated it. So you can see so many parts are involved in a single task, but there has to be control coordination between them. So this coordination is known as control and coordination. Okay. So simply we understand that control and coordination means working of body in a systematic manner. Like you all know that we have a complex system, but it is of very advanced type. All the processing taking place in our body are very complicated, and still the body is working so efficiently. So the whole body system are interconnected and work like a team. Okay. So for controlling coordination, there is a system inside our body which is known as nervous system. Yeah, and also there is hormonal system. Okay. But let us first discuss about nervous system. Like we have discussed that structure and function unit of any system are itself. In same way, cells of nervous system are called neuron. Neuron is the largest cell of our body. Neuron is also a largest cell of human body. As we see, there is a structure of neuron which consists of three main parts: axon, dendrites and cell body. So the irregular structure is called a cell body that enclose a nucleus in the nucleus. From cell body, from branch arise from as a dendrite on the upper side. On the lower side, it give out only one branch that is elongated called the axon, and the whole neuron is made up of neurolemma. Axon and the nerve ending. Function of dendrites is to receive impulse, and the function of the axon is to deliver it to another neuron, that is called nerve impulse conduction. So neuron like together and form nerves. There is three types of nerves, we also discussed it. Sensory nerve, it carry the impulse from the sense organ to the brain. Okay. And motor nerve, it bring the messages from the brain to the sense organ. And relay nerve means it's a both the function. Okay. So neurons is of two types, modulated neuron and non-modulated neuron. In modulated neuron, a special type of sheet present called myelin sheet, and it is made up of protein and fat. The point of axon where this sheet is absent is called nodes of Ranvier. Okay, we call it nodes of Ranvier. And non-modulated means in non-modulated there is no sheet, and instead of that neurolemma is quick thick. So this is about the structure of your neuron. Okay, so the cell body of neuron like a typical animal cell which contains cytoplasm and a nucleus. A number of long and thin fibers are sticking out from the body of neuron. They are called nerve fiber. The shorter fiber on the body neuron is called dendrites, and the longer fiber on the cell body neuron is called axon. So the axon has insulating and protective sheet by myelin, as I said that two types of neuron is there. It is clear that both dendrites and axon from the cell body of a neuron. The messages which the neuron transmit in the nervous system are in the form of electrical impulses. We also call it nerve impulses. The dendrites pick up the nerve impulses, means they pick up the message from receptor, and they pass the message or impulses to the cell body, and then along the axon pass the impulse or message to another neuron through the junction, and that junction is called synapse. Many times there is question for synapse. What is synapse? So the message means the axon pass the impulse or message to another neuron through a junction or a gap between them. That one is called synapse. Okay, and we also explain there neurons are of three types: sensory neuron, motor neuron, and relay neuron. Remember always, sensory neuron means transmit message from the sensory cells toward the central nervous system. Means sensory nerves transmit message from spinal cord to brain. In motor nerve transmit messages from the central nervous system towards the muscles, means spinal cord to brain. And relay neuron occur in the central nervous system, means like in brain and spinal cord, where they serve as link between other neurons. So we will now explain how messages are transferred from one neuron to another in the nervous system. Many of neurons are present in our body, and any two neurons in the nervous system do not join to one another completely. There is always a very small gap between these two neurons, and this one is called synapse. The impulses, the messages are carried over this small gap between a pair of neurons by a means of chemical substance called neurotransmitter substance. Always remember it, underline it, neurotransmitter substance. A microscopic gap between these neurons over which messages pass when they going one neuron to next one is synapse. And suppose there are two neurons A and B near each one of it. A B sensory organ and nerve, and which is directly connected to the receptor, and there is an extremely small microscopic gap between these axon neuron A and the dendrites of the next neuron B, which is called synapse. So the receptor in the sense organ is in touch with the dendrites of sensory neuron. When the stimulus acts on the receptor, a chemical reaction is set off which produce an electrical messages or impulses. These impulses or messages travel from the dendrite of sensory neuron A to its cell body and then to axon. At the end of axon there is sensory neuron A. So the electrical messages release tiny amount of chemical substance into the synapse, means that gap. These chemical substance cross the gap and start a similar electrical impulse in the dendrites of the next neuron B. So from the dendrite this electrical impulse is carried to the cell body and then the end of the axon of the second neuron. It can then be transferred to the third neuron in similar way. Means these electrical impulses reach the relay neuron in spinal cord and brain, and the relay neuron and motor neuron connect to a similar way to bring electrical message or impulses from the brain and spinal cord to the effector like muscle and gland. Okay, so this is how nervous system work to do control and coordinate in the human body. In our next lecture we describe also there the organ of human nervous system, means which organ is supposed to be work at here. As we describe the nervous system, many things are completely here understanding, but we have to be know about the organ of human nervous system. So you have to be do notes on topic which I made there, which I already discussed in this lecture. If you have any doubt, please join your Zoom class. Sorry, now Zoom is ending. You join your Google Meet and discuss your concept, your doubts on there. Okay, thank you.